Look at Giannis walking in Philly last night to take on Joel Embiid and the Sixers, and Bryce Harper is there to fire the crowd up, ringing the Liberty Bell. Now, there were fireworks early. We're just 3 minutes in, and watch this. Embiid and Eric Bledsoe getting into it. Oh, Bledsoe fires the ball back at him. Mike Scott's going to come in and get involved in all this. When finally cooler heads prevail, 4 technicals are handed out. 1 to Embiid, 1 to Scott, and 2 to Bledsoe, whose night was over just 3 minutes in. Here was Embiid after the game on the fracas.
I was just thinking that I'm pretty good at what I do, and this is the second time I get one of the key guys from the other team thrown out, so I was pretty excited about that.
All right, fair enough. Now we go to the second quarter. Philly is down 3, and look at this here. We're going to watch J.J. Redick is going to go down and go down hard. Some concern. I think he's all right. But Embiid needs to make sure, Swagoo, so look at this. Give it a little kiss. Make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the second half. This is a good one. Third quarter. Sixers are up a deuce. Here comes Embiid to the basket, and here comes Giannis. Meets him at the rim. Look at Embiid, by the way, is going to go down hard at the end of this play. He would get up and he'd stay in the game, but it is Giannis spectacular on both ends. Fourth quarter, Embiid is 1 assist away from his second career triple-double, finding Mike Scott, who eyes it, tries it, buys it for the 3. So a triple-double for Embiid, 34 points, 13 boards, 13 assists. Now, just over 8 to play. Here comes Simmons. Embiid, yes, Sixers are up 7. But the next possession. That's right. But if that was a question, here comes the answer. Giannis knocks it down. It's a 4-point game. Later, still 4 points down are the Bucks. Giannis, look at the muscle. Ben Simmons has nothing for this. Up and in. Bucks are within 2. Just over a minute to play. Tied at 119. Redick, no. Now we're going the other way. And look at the nice pass from Giannis to George Hill, who lays it up and good. Bucks a 2-point lead. Ensuing Sixers possession. Embiid driving, spinning, blocked again by Giannis. He would block Embiid 4 times in this game, the most Embiid has ever been blocked by one player in a single game. Now here we go, pass Embiid, knocked away. Giannis, Sterling Brown lay this up and good and put this one away. Giannis would score 45, and the Bucks a statement win on the road, 128-122. Let's talk.
I felt like a statement, especially what he does defensively with 5 blocks and 13 rebounds and changes the game. And, the pass to George Hill, the touch on that, and just finishing and making free throws. He's just, he's an MVP in our eyes. So we'll keep him.
I don't like talking about myself, talk about the MVP. As I've said in the past, if you keep winning, everything's going to take care of itself.
What a performance. Giannis Antetokounmpo, a stat line for the ages. He's the first player since Jordan in '89 with 45 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists in a game without recording a single turnover. So another incredible performance as we go down the stretch of the season. So, Avery, let's get into it here. As we've watched this Milwaukee team, just remarkable. They do it despite having the superstar. They do it under the radar. They've done it despite a variety of injuries. They clinched the best record in the NBA with this win last night. What do we say about Milwaukee?
Well, I know Giannis gets a lot of the attention, but Mike Budenholzer deserves a lot of credit. I remember when this guy was a video coordinator with my teams with the Spurs. He was a longtime assistant for 17 years under Greg Popovich. But the job that Budenholzer's done to basically transform this offense and the complementary pieces around Giannis, especially a guy like George Hill, who came off the bench and scored 20 points. Brook Lopez, who I coach with the Nets, and I tried to get him to shoot threes, and now he's a 3-point shooter. It's amazing how, now, he's attempted 500 threes this year. It's just amazing the job Mike Budenholzer has done.
No question, and he will be right in the conversation for the Coach of the Year. Yeah. But then let's just talk about Giannis. You played in the league a long time. Yeah. You played with and against a lot of great players. How would you describe the skill set that this guy brings to the floor every night?
Well, he's relentless. Here's a guy that loves to play the game of basketball. Greeny, there's nothing fake about this guy. He's the real deal. He has real confidence, a real belief in himself that he's a superstar. And now he's improved his game, and he's taking and making threes. If this guy is making threes, it's scary. I think he's unguardable. And it's hard for me to say that about a guy because I grew up in the Michael Jordan and played against Michael Jordan era. So he's just incredible.
He plays, too, with a ferocity. Like, not only is he brilliantly skilled, he's got an edge to him that, candidly, I like. I mean, I don't know if you should say that or not, but you like the nasty that he plays with sometimes.
Yes, and, I love nasty, especially the generation I played in.
Sure.
I'm playing against the Bad Boys and Isaiah Thomas and Rick Mahorn, guys that were tough, and Dennis Rodman. And this guy, he looked like he spends a lot of time in the weight room also.
Well, right now there isn't anything that guy can't do. Isaiah was in that chair yesterday, and he was also very impressed.